So we are going to be live on YouTube on this class. Okay, so we'll begin. So we were doing GJMAT question paper, right? So we'll just go there and we'll check grade 1 paper and grade 2 paper. So were you there in the last class, Janvi? Janvika, sorry. Were you there in the last class?
I think till question 18.
We had done till 20, question 20.
Okay.
Okay, what is your name, dear Gayatri, is it?
Yes,
Is that your
sir.
name? You are in which grade, studying in which grade right now?
7th, sir.
7th standard is in the evening, dear. This is for grade 1 and 2. 7th standard will be at 5 o'clock.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So you log back in at 5 o'clock.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay. Sohit, please get your video on, please. Can I have videos on? You can see my screen, right?
Yes, sir.
So in the last class, I think maybe you missed that. We did till question 20. Okay, so we'll start from 21. Okay, so let's start this. Okay, would you like to read the question, Janvika?
Rachel's mother is 4 times her age, and the sum of their ages is 40. What is her mother's age now?
I don't know whether my battery has gone low. Pen is not working only. Okay, all right, no problem. So we'll do it this way. All right. Yeah. Do you know how to do this? Would you like to try?
Sir, can you explain it?
Rachel's mother is 4 times her age. What is 4 times of 2? What is 4 times of 2? Her age will be a number, right? Anybody's age is a number. Somebody asks you, how old are you? 4 times 2 is how much? So like that, whatever Rachel's age is, her mother is 4 times that age. Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening, Okshika. How are you?
Sir, I'm fine.
Why are you logged in so late?
Sir, I don't know the time, so my mother told me. It's time
Okay,
for class.
No problem. Give me a second. My nib is broken. So I need to get this fixed. My pen is not working. That is the problem. So how are we going to do this? I'll have to use the mouse. But with the mouse, can I draw? Okay, the one is also good. Okay, what I'll do is that I'll just switch this one off. Okay, and can you all see my screen now?
Yes, sir. I can see.
Give me a second. Let me just grab off the thing. You're telling me. Where is that? Where is the other thing? There it is. Oh, thank you. Okay, so how are we going to do this question? Any idea?
Sir, हमने तो ये कर रखा है ना question. Sir, we have done this question in previous class.
This one?
Yes, sir.
We had done till which question, Babu? Do you remember?
I think so. 23 question.
Okay, then we need to do from 24 and 25.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Oh,
Sorry?
we didn't do this, I think so.
No. Yeah, actually, you missed the class, but Mukshika was there. Okay, 1 second. So she knows. We'll do question number 23 then. Okay, 23 till 23 we had done, you're saying. Correct. Okay. Yeah, right. All right. Okay, 1 second now. Let me just start sharing screen again. Okay, Dhritiman has also joined. Sohit and Sonit, can I have your video on, please? All right. So how many different rectangles are there in the figure below? Okay. So that's the question. So let me take this question first on the whiteboard. All right. Yeah.
Sir, there are 5 rectangles.
No, there are more. Okay. There are more. Try counting the rectangles. Okay. First you try, then I will explain to you. Okay, Dhritiman has given the right answer.
Sir, 7.
No. All right, so let's think about it. Okay, if we look at the smaller rectangles, okay, the smaller rectangles, there are 4 of them. Correct? Correct or wrong? Hello? Can you all hear me?
Yes, sir.
Unmute yourself.
Yes, sir.
The 4, we can see this, right? 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? We can see this.
Yes.
This is very obvious, right? Okay, now let's look at, if we look at the rectangles like this, the double ones. Okay. We see that there is one here.
Sir, I can see only 7 rectangles.
And this one here, right? So there are 2, right? 2 of them. All right. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's look at the rectangles which are vertical. Okay. So we have one here like this, and we have one here like this. Right. So these are also 2, right? Correct. And then with 3 we cannot make anything. We cannot make a die. These 2 do not make. These 2 do not make. Correct. And the last one we see is the whole 4 thing. Correct. The whole thing itself. Right. So that's 1. So how many did we get? 4 plus 2 plus 2, 8 plus 1, 9. Correct. Okay. There is another way to
Yes,
count
sir.
these kind of rectangles and in this kind of grid. This is like a rectangular grid, correct? So I will show you a trick how to count this in a different way. Okay, so let's say I have a 3 by 3 grid like this. Okay, this is a grid. Okay, now let's understand this. If you have a rectangle, which is starting from this line, you can make one like this, then two like this, and then three like this. Correct? Right? Understood? So you can make three like this, right? Now, if you start from here, from this line, you can make one like this and two like this. Okay. So we got a three here first with the blue one. With the yellow one, from when we started from the second line, we got two. Okay. And then the last one, if we start from here, the green one, we can make only one. Correct. So plus one. So we can make six. Now notice this is same like saying there are three boxes, right? So if I write 1, 2, and 3 and I add them up, I will get 6, correct? Isn't it?
Sir,
Right?
there are 16. There are 16.
Oh, let me explain. I've not completed yet. I'm just saying that in this row, we can make 6, correct? Like this. Okay, in the top row. Similarly, if we go vertically down, okay, I will be able to make 3 like this, with starting from there. I can make 3 like this. If I start from the second line, I can make two like this. And if I start from the last line, sorry, the last one, I can make only one. Similarly, I will have 1, 2, 3 here also. So I add them up, I get 6. Okay, 6 of them. Now, any rectangle in this is a combination of the lines from where it is starting and where it is ending, and the horizontal lines from where it is starting and where it is ending. So we saw that the combination of these two lines are 6. The combination of these the lines, vertical lines, are also 6. Right? It is like saying there are 6 shirts and 6 pants. How many different combination you can wear? So you have a shirt, and let's say shirt 1, shirt 2, shirt 3, shirt 4, shirt 5, and shirt 6. With each one of them, you can wear a pant 1, a pant 2, a pant 3, a pant 4, a pant 5, and a pant 6. Correct? Like that with each one of them, right? So this is 6 times 6. 6 is getting added 6 times, right? So this is going to be 6 multiplied by 6, which means 6 times 6, or 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 plus 6 will give you 36. So there are 36 rectangles in this. How many? 36. So if you have to count these, yes, Dittiman has raised his hand. 1 second. So I'll just come. Yeah, Dittiman, tell me.
Sir, can you explain it again?
Yeah, sure. Okay. So let me again make a grid again. Okay. Okay, let me make a different grid this time. Can you all see my screen? Yeah. If you notice, this is a 5 by 4 grid, correct? You have five vertically, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you have 1, 2, 3, 4, correct?
Yes.
All right. So this is a 5 by 4 grid. Now understand this, Nitivan. If I start from this line, how many lines I can end here? I can end 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, correct?
Yes.
Anna?
Yes.
That's why 5. If I start from this line, if I start my first leftmost line is this one, then I get 1, 2, 3, 4, correct? And therefore this 4. First you have a 5 and then you had a 4. Now let's say if I start from here, then I can end the line here 1, 2, and 3. So that's why the 3. Then if I again start from here, this time here, okay, here, then I have 1 and 2, and that's why this 2. And then the last one, if I start from here, okay, if I start from, let me take another color. If I start from here, then I I end here. So that's why this one. So therefore, the combination of the vertical lines, there are 5 plus 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. Any rectangle needs 2 vertical lines, correct? And 2 horizontal lines, correct?
Yes,
So the vertical lines combinations, different combinations, we got 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Because one combination, let's say, starts from here, then the leftmost line is this one. Then the rightmost can be 5, correct? If the leftmost is this one, then the rightmost is 4, correct? There are 4 combinations, correct? So like that, you got five combinations. Sorry, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5, which is 15 combinations in this. So you can just count the horizontal, the cells in the row, and just add the numbers up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's it. Okay. Similarly, if you go vertically, you will get 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4, correct? When you talk about these lines, you start from here, you get 4 choices: 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? You start from here, you get 3 choices. You start from here, you get 2 choices. You start from here, you get only 1 choice. Okay, so like that. Now, so you'll have 10 combinations here. 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is 10, right? And any rectangle is a combination of any one combination of vertical line out of these 15 combinations. Okay, and any combination which is a horizontal line. So you have 10 choices. So 15 multiplied by 10. In this, there are 150 rectangles. Did you understand?
yes,
Now,
sir.
now let's apply the same logic in the question which we did. Okay, the same logic here. We did this very simple one where we just counted physically, right? But instead of counting, you could have done 1 and 2. So this is 3. 1 plus 2 is 3. 1 plus 2 here is also 3. So 3 times 3 is 9. Understood?
Yes, sir.
But be very careful about these questions. They should not have anything merged. Let's say if I had this one as merged, let's say I remove this, then it would not work. This would not work. Okay. It has to be a proper grid, rectangular grid. Did you understand now?
Yes, sir, I understood.
Okay. This is about counting rectangles. Now, counting squares is a different ballgame. Okay. Now, let's say for a square, and we'll assume that the grid itself is made up of small squares.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Last time we have done these, right? Last time we have done these types.
In one of the questions, yeah, we might have done. But again, I'm just explaining this to you. So if you are doing a square, okay, then we need to be very careful about this because let's say each one of them is a square. Each one of them is a square, right? So this we can see there are 5 and there are 5 this side. So 5 by 5, right? So total, these are called 1 by 1 squares. 1 by 1 square because this is 1 and 1 side, correct? So 1 by 1 squares are going to be 5 into 5. 2 by 2 squares, which are these, because you're starting one on this side, you will get 1 less, correct? Because when you shift it, it is shifting by only one step only. It is shifting by only 1 step, but because it started only 1 to the right, it will have 1 less. So you will get 4 on this side and 4 on this side. Okay, the 3 by 3 one. Now, similarly, which you have like this, it is again moved on this side 1, so it will get 1 less, so it will be 3 by 3. Okay, and then the 4 by 4 squares. The 4 by 4 squares is going to be this one. Let me take the blue one. It will be a further less, so it will be 2 by 2. You can see it can shift only. This is 1, and the second one is this one, right? Similarly, this is you already counted 1. So this is the third one, and this is the fourth one. So that's why 2 by 2, 2 by 2. And then the last one is 5 by 5, and that is going to be 1 by 1 because it's only 1, right? So you add all of this up, you get a 25 here, you get a 16 here, you get a 9 here, you get a 4 here, you get a 1 here. So these two put together is 25. So 25 plus 25 is 50, 55, 54 and 1, 55. So there are 55 squares in this. There are 55 squares in this, okay? Now, in this only, if I have to count rectangles, I will do a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's also 15. So 15 times 15, there are 225 rectangles. And these rectangles also include these squares because rectangles are also squares. Okay. I'm sorry, squares are also rectangles. Ulta bol diya. Squares are also rectangles. So this 55 is also there. So if somebody asks you how many rectangles are there in this which are not squares. So first you have to count the squares, which is 55. And then you say 225 rectangles, including these 55 squares. Therefore, the rectangles which are going to be there, which are not squares, is going to be 225 minus 55. Okay, which is 170. Did you understand now? But if somebody just asks you how many rectangles are there, you will say these many rectangles because squares are also rectangles. Okay, clear? Unless and until it is specified clearly in the questions that pure rectangles, which are not squares. Okay. Is this clear?
Yes, sir, I understood.
What about Ditiman?
Yes, sir, I understood.
Everything you understood? So now you know how to count a rectangle. Okay. Now let me give you a small question. Okay. And let's see how you guys do that. Okay. 2 questions I'll give quickly. Okay. All right. First question is this one. Okay. So there's a grid here. Okay. Now you have to tell me how many rectangles are there in this, based on what I taught you just now. And you're going to put it in chat. Okay. Question is to all of you. Okay. I already got Dhitiman's answer, which is correct. I'm waiting for the others. Dhitiman, you can lower your hand if you don't have a query. Nobody's got it so far. Huh? Nobody got it.
Sir, I'm trying.
I just showed it to you, right? How to do it. And I explained to you also why it works. Where is Mokshika? Mokshika?
Sir, 17.
Huh? Again, you are doing in your own way. I explained to you just now, how to do it. It's not 70, it's very much higher than that. A much bigger number. Okay, so let me again explain to you. You guys need to practice this. What did I say? If you have a grid like this, you just need to write the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, add them up. You will get a 10. And okay, so that's also not correct. Not 12. 1, 2, and 3. When you add these 3 numbers up, you get a 6, right? 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6. And 10 times 6 is 60. There are 60 rectangles in this. 60 of them. Okay. All right. Let's move to the next question then. Okay. I just now explained to you guys that how it works, right? Okay. Ditiman got it in 2 seconds. You have to pay attention and understand. Okay. If you are still doing your own thing, then there is no point in attending the class, right? Correct. If you are learning, then you have to pay attention and understand things. Okay. All right. Let's do the next one. Okay, let's do this. Ritiman, read the question, please.
Yes, sir. Some children are standing in a circle, keeping same distance with the next kid. Each next child number is one more than the previous one till the last child except number 1. If child number 5 is opposite child number 14, how many kids are there in the circle?
Let's do this. Let's try this.
Sir, I don't understand the question.
There are some children who are standing in a circle. So there are children, okay? One second. Now what happened to this? This pen is also not working. So there are some children, okay? They are standing in a circle like this. Understood? And the distance between each children is same. This distance is same. Okay? All these distances are same with the next kid. Each child number is one more than the previous child. So let's say this one is 3, then this one will be 4, this one will be 5, and 6 like that. Okay? Is one more than the previous one. So the previous one, this is one more than the previous one, except number 1. So number 1, obviously, because there is no previous one before number 1, correct? So you start from one child and you start numbering them. You go in a clockwise way or anti-clockwise. This is called anti-clockwise. This is called clockwise. Why clockwise? Because the clock hand moves in this direction, correct? This is called clockwise, and this direction is called anti-clockwise. So whichever way you count, okay, you count in the same way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like that. Okay, they are showing here in the picture also, right? That the child number 5 is exactly opposite child number 14. So they are saying how many kids are there in the circle? That is the question. Did you understand now, Mokshika? Mokshika, did you understand now?
Yes, sir, but how will we find that how many kids are there?
That
in
you have
the
to figure
circle?
out. No, if it was that easy, then you have to find that out. See, if children are standing at equal distance, the number of children on this side will be the same number on this side, correct? Think from that point of view and then understand this. It is just a basic counting.
The answer is 19.
Huh?
19.
No, that's not the correct answer. And always put the answer in chat, not say in the class so that others also will come to know.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, Dhitiman has given the right answer. Okay, let's understand this problem, how to solve this problem. Okay. So what we are going to do.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
Is the answer 29?
No. Right. So let's understand this problem first. Okay. You all of you can see my screen, right? Okay. So if child number 5 is here, 14 is here, let's say we are counting in this direction. Okay, what will be there? There will be child number 6, there will be 7, there will be 8, there will be 9, there will be 10, there will be 11, there will be 12, there will be 13, correct? And then the 14th guy is here, correct? Now let's see how many numbers are there. Okay, so if you have to count these numbers, we have a 1 here, we have a 2 here, we have a 3 here, we have a 4 here, 5, 6, 7, and 8. There are 8 children on this side, correct? So we will have 8 children on this side also, correct? Now, because we are counting in this direction, the child before this will be 4, child number 4. So let me put it in yellow so that you don't get confused. So that will be child number 4, correct? Sorry, 4. I wrote 6. I wrote 6 by mistake. Sorry. Child number 4, then there will be child number 3, there will be child number 1 and child number 1, correct? Because we are counting in this direction, correct? Okay. Now we had 8 numbers. We already got 4 of them. We already got 4 numbers out of the 8. Right?
So
now
after that, what will we count?
So we got 4, right? So now we will count from this side. 14, 15, 16, 17 and 18. So we need 4 more numbers, correct? Yeah, because there were 8 on this side, so there will be 8 on this side also. But out of that 8, 1, 2, 3, 4 will come because it has to come. Then only this is 5, right? Therefore, the remaining is 15, 16, 17, 18. Okay. So now you can see that that's about it. So there are 18 children. Okay. Did you understand?
Yes, sir. Now I understood.
It is very another way to just find out is that always understand this, that if this is 14 and this is 5, what is the difference? The difference is 9, correct? Hello. Hello. The difference is 9. So 9 times 2, you will get the number of children, which is 80. It will be always an even number. If children are opposite each other, then it will be always an even number. Okay, because they are making pairs, correct? See, the 5 is opposite 14. The 6 is opposite 15, which is again the difference is 9. The 16 is opposite 7, which is again a difference of 9. The 17 is opposite 8. And the 18 is opposite 9. And the 1 is opposite 10. And the 2 is opposite 11. The 3 is opposite 12. And the 4 is opposite 13. And the 5 is opposite. So all the differences will be always 9. Did you understand?
Yes, sir. Now I got it.
Yes, sir. Now I
So in this question, basically what you need to understand, one second, in this question, what you need to understand, that we found that there were 8 numbers on this side. You think it from this way. If there are 8 numbers on this side, without even counting these numbers, you will say, okay, there will be 8 numbers on this side also. So 8 plus 8 is 16, correct? And then you have these 2 guys, 1 and 2, plus 2, you again get 18. Okay. So I explained it to you many ways. Understood or not? Okay. All righty. So yeah. So now we'll do grade 2 paper again. Mokshika, we are done till question 23. You said, right? In this one also.
Sir, I don't know question grade 2. Can you go up, downside?
We have done the mice question, correct?
22. 22. I think so.
No, I think we are done till 23.
Okay, sir.
We would have done till 23. How many 2-digit even numbers
Yes,
can we
sir.
form?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. We are done.
Okay. Now let's look at this. Okay, this question is a little tricky one. Okay, you might not know this. 2 sides of a triangle are 3 and 7. Okay. How many different triangles can be formed with the perimeter, total length of the triangle's boundary as any natural number? Okay, perimeter is the let's say this side length, this one is something, this length is something. Okay. So you take this length, then you add this length, and then you add this length. The total length of the boundary is called the perimeter. Okay. As a natural number. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers are 1, 2, the counting numbers basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. So on and so forth. So 2 sides are given. 2 sides are given. Let's say this is given 3 and 7. The question is asking how many different triangles can be formed? Different kind of triangles. The third side is not given. Try this problem. Let's see. there is one concept you need to know. One concept you need to know. Maybe you don't know that right now. Okay, one concept is that for any triangle, okay, the sum of the any two side is always larger than the third side. Okay, that's called a triangle inequality rule. Now, why that happens? Let's say this is Mokshika's home. Okay, and let's say this is Mokshika's school. Correct, and there is a friend here who stays. Okay. All right. Now, if Mokshika has to go school directly, what is the shortest route? The shortest route is this one. Correct. Correct or wrong? If she has to go to school, if she goes directly, this is the shortest route, right? But if she goes from here to first to the friend's place, and then she goes from friend's place to school, okay, although these two we can see that this one and this one, they are shorter than this length, correct? They are shorter than this length, but the total length will be always longer, correct or not? Their total
Yes,
length, this
sir.
one plus this one will be always bigger than this. Individually, they are smaller than this. Correct. So that is the rule which you need to apply in solving this problem. Because if there is a different third side for every, because two sides are given. So let's say there is one triangle is 3. One side is 3 and the other is 7. Okay. And I have another side here, which is, let's say, is 11. Can I have this triangle? No, this triangle we cannot have because 3 plus 7 is smaller than 11, correct? It has to be larger than 11. So I can have maybe this side is as 9. Okay. And therefore, this will be one triangle and another triangle can be, for example, can be also 8 also. Because, sorry, not, 8 also. Because 3 plus 7 is larger than 8. Okay. So these two will be two different triangles. If there is a triangle whose side is 3, 9, and 7, it will both the triangles have the same sides. Then those two triangles will be always identical. They'll be identical. Okay, understood or not?
What is identical, sir?
Huh?
What is identical?
Identical means same, exactly the same.
Okay, sir. Okay.
ऐसा नहीं हो सकता है कि एक ट्राइंगल ऐसा दिखे और उसके साइड्स 3, 7 और 8 हो और एक ट्राइंगल ऐसा दिखे, ठीक है? 3, 7 और 8 ऐसा हो ही नहीं सकता। अगर तीनों साइड सेम है ना तो दो एग्जैक्टली एक जैसे दिखेंगे। उनके जो ये इनको एंगल्स बोलते हैं। ये जो बीच का जो है ना दो साइड के बीच का जो ये होता है इसको एंगल बोलते हैं। वो एंगल भी सब सेम होंगे, ठीक है? इसलिए वो एकदम एग्जैक्टली सेम दिखेंगे। I don't think, let's see, Dutiman has given an answer. Okay. Dutiman has given the right answer. Okay, so in this question, let's understand this. We will go by two assumptions. First, we will assume that the third side is the largest. Okay, we don't know the third side. So 3 plus 7 is 10. So the largest side has to be smaller than this. So it can be 9 or it can be 8 or it can be maybe even 7 also, because if it is equal. So 9, 8 and 7, these are three sides which are possible. Because 3 plus 7 is 10. ठीक है, तो हमको उनसे छोटा नंबर लेना है, 10 से छोटा नंबर लेना है, तो 9, 8 और 7 हम ले सकते हैं. This is for when third side is largest. और हम ये भी अज्यूम कर सकते हैं 3 तो लार्जेस्ट साइड हो नहीं सकता है क्योंकि 3 is not bigger than 7. We can then assume that maybe 7 is the largest side. If 7 is the largest side, then 3 plus what is more than 7? So 3 plus 5 is more than 7. Correct. So पहला सबसे छोटा नंबर हमको चाहिए अगर 7 largest is 5. And then you need a 6 also. 3 plus 6, 9 is also larger than 7. So you 5 and 6 can also become the third side. So the number of triangles you will get is 3, 7 to पहले से था. You can have a 3, 7, 5. You can have a 3, 7, 6. You can have a 3, 7, 7. You can have a 3, 7, 8. And you can have a 3, 7, 9. Okay. So there are 5 triangles which you can form. Did you understand? Yeah, Ditiman has raised his hand. Okay, let me just stop. Yeah, Ditiman.
If we follow this rule, then why can't we do 3, 7, 10?
3, 7, 10, it becomes equal, right? 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. You cannot have it equal. It has to be more.
Excuse me, sir.
Okay, and why cannot we have a 3, 7 and 9.5? Let's say 3, 7 and 9.5. The reason behind that is because what did I say in the question? That the perimeter is a natural number. So if there are 2 natural numbers and then you add a number which is not a natural number, the result will be not a natural number, correct?
Yeah.
You'll get a 19.5 in that case perimeter, correct? That's why you cannot take a 19.5. You have to take the third number also as a natural number itself. Okay. Do you understand? And 3 plus 7 is 10. What did I say? That the sum of any 2 sides is larger than the third side. They cannot be equal. But when I showed you this picture, here, okay, one second, I'll come to you. Let me just clarify his doubt first. Okay, I'll come to you. When I made this picture of this dot and school and this one, what did I say? That this one is still smaller than the sum of these 2, correct? If this one becomes equal, this point will straight away come on this. This plus this is equal to this plus this hoga, so this point will come on the line itself, correct or not? And then it would not be a triangle, it will be a straight line. Are you getting me? The moment you have a triangle, which means you are going a little bit outside, maybe very little, maybe this much, maybe like this. Understood?
Yes, sir. No.
Still, this one is smaller than the sum of these 2. Because the shortest route between any 2 points is always a straight line. Any 2 points. Understood?
Yes, sir. I understand.
All righty. Yeah. Who was asking me question? Janvi or Mokshika? Who?
Yes, sir.
Janvika.
Yes, sir. I didn't understand the question.
You didn't understand the question? Okay, I will explain to you
Yes, sir.
again. Okay. It says that the sides of 2 triangles. These are called sides of a triangle. Okay. In a triangle, there are 3 sides, correct? So 2 sides are given, 3 and 7. Okay. How many different triangles can be formed with the perimeter? Perimeter is what? The total length of the boundary. This plus this plus this. Okay. As a natural number. Natural numbers are what? These are 1, 2, 3, 4, which you count by. These are called natural numbers. So the third number also has to be a natural number only. Then only when you add 3 plus 7 plus another natural number, your perimeter, the whole thing will be also a natural number. Because if you add 3 plus 7 plus let's say 9.5, 9.5 is not a natural number. And in that case, the perimeter will also become a 19.5, correct? 19 and a half. Correct. That's why we have to take a natural number. That is one. Secondly, when I was explaining this, I explained this part that the sum of 2 sides, any 2 sides, is always larger than the third side. So first, if we assume that the third side is either 7 or larger than that, okay. Okay, in that case, let's say the third side is the largest side. Then the third side can be maximum can be 9. It can be 8 or it can be 7. It cannot be 10 because 3 plus 7 is equal to 10. But 3 plus 7 should be more than that number. So therefore, that number can be either a 9 or a 8 or a 7 because 3 plus 7 is 10. So you have to take numbers which are smaller than that. Okay. And we will go till only 7 maybe because we are saying that the third side is the largest. Maybe it is at least equal to this one, 7 itself. Then next assumption we will say that, okay, 7 is the largest side. Not the 7 is the largest side number. Okay. Then 3 plus what is more than 7? So that is for 3 plus 5 is more than 7, not 3 plus 4. So 3 plus 5 is more than 7. So we will take 3 plus something which is just more than 7. So that's 3 plus 5 is 8. Therefore, we took 5, and 3 plus 6 is 9. Therefore, we took 6 also. So all these triangles, 3, 7, and 5, 3, 7, and 5, 3, 7, and 6, 3, 7, and 9. Oh, sorry, 3, 7, and 7, 3, 7, and 8, and 3, 7, and 9. These are all with 3 different. These 2 sides are common. correct? But this side, the third side is all different, correct? And therefore, all of this will make a different perimeter and different triangles. This one's perimeter is going to be 15. This one will be 16. This one will be 17. This will be 18, and this one will be 19. Correct? And they'll make different triangles. Did you understand now?
Yes, sir.
All of you clear? Chandikeshwara, you are in which grade? Which class you are in?
Sir, 6th, sir.
This is not a 6th class, Babu. 6th class, this thing is in the evening at 4 o'clock. Okay,
Yes.
but if you want to stay, you can stay, not a problem. If you're learning something, it's fine. But this is for grade 1 and 2. Okay. All right. Let's do the next question.
Sir, I am learning basics, sir.
It's okay. You understood whatever I explained.
Yes, sir.
Good. Dhritimar, did you understand? Doubt
Yes.
cleared? Doubt cleared?
Yes.
Now this kind of question you can handle, right? You understood?
Yes, sir.
You get two sides. You go by two assumptions. One is that the third side is the largest one. Okay. And then you take 3 plus 7 and then take the numbers below that total, correct? And then you take the another one where 7 is the largest side, and then you do 3 plus something which is just larger than 7. Understood? Because 3 cannot be the largest side because it's smaller than 7 itself. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
That is how you find the entire range. How did you find it, by the way? You also give the correct answer.
Yes, sir. So I did it by I first minus 3 from 7, so it is 4.
Yeah.
And I added the both of the numbers, so I got 10. So I knew that it should be greater than 4 but lesser than 10.
Okay.
So it should be in a range from 5 to 9.
Correct.
There are 5 numbers from 5 to 9.
Correct. Correct. Good.
So it is like this.
All right. The logic is same. Okay. All right. Let's go to the next one. And that's the last question for the day. Okay.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes.
Your voice is breaking in between.
Is my voice breaking, guys?
Now it's okay, but in between
Okay.
your
Okay. This is a long sentence. So, Mokshika, please read the question.
okay, sir. There are some flower pots kept along the boundary of the square garden.
Hmm.
Each side of square has 10 flower pots, and every corner of square have 2 flower pots each. Then how many flower pots are all together?
Correct. So, let's do this quickly. Now, Dhitimal has already sent the answer also. So let's draw this. Okay. ठीक है, तो एक स्क्वायर गार्डन है, ठीक है, there's a square garden. उसके बाउंड्री के along ये flower pots रखे, right? They are kept along the boundary of it. They are saying each side has 10, correct? And at the corners there are 2. So if I have 2 on this corner and 2 on this corner, now understand this, that the side includes the corners, correct? The side includes the corners. So 2 plus 2 is 4, and therefore what is left out of the 10 flower pots will be 6 here, correct? In the middle, correct? There will be 6 flower pots here. Similarly, in all this 2, 2, so all these will be 6 because each side has 10. What is saying? It has 10 flower pots. Each side has 10 flower pots, and every corner of the square has 2 flower pots. So put the corner ones 2, 2, 2, and therefore on the side you will have 2 plus 6 plus 2, which is 10. Right? This is 10. Similarly, this one is also 10. This one is also 10, and this one is also 10. So we can count the 2's first. There are 4 2's. So 4 into 2 is 8. Correct? And then you can count the 6. There are 4 6's. Right? So 4 into 6 is 24. And then you add them up. You will get 32 flower pots. Very simple. Understood or not? In this problem, basically, there you have to avoid double counting, because if you do it this way, that 10 times 4 is 40, and then you will say 2 हमको corner का भी ले लेते हैं, 2 into 4, 8, then you will end up with 48. But what is happening, that the corners are a part of the side itself, correct? So instead of adding, you have to subtract it. 10 into, so you already counted it in the side, which is the corners in the side itself. So then you don't double count it, but you subtract it. 40 minus 4 is equal to 32. And why you are subtracting it? Because understand, the corners are part of two sides. This side also, this corner here is a part of this side also and this side also. That's why you are double counting it. So if you take 10 here and 10 like this, so this 2 is getting counted in this side also and this side also. So every corner is getting double counted like that. This one is this side and this side. This one is this side and this side. And this one is this side and this side. So every 2 is getting counted twice. Therefore, you have to subtract it. 40 minus 8, 2 into 4, 8, you will get 32. Sorry, here. Did you all understand? Hello?
Yes, sir.
All clear?
So can you explain it once again?
Once again? Okay, no problem. Mokshika, did you understand?
No, yeah, no, sir. I didn't understand.
No problem. First, let me explain the question to you again. Right. So the question says that there are some flower pots kept along the boundary of a square garden. Along the boundary, which means what? There is a square garden like this. Okay, and the flower pots are kept like this. Okay, understood? Okay. It says that every side has got 10 flower pots. Every side. Sides are these. A square has 4 sides, correct? And every corner of the square has 2 flower pots. Corners are these. Okay. So there are 2 flower pots kept here. There are 2 flower pots kept here. And these 2 are part of this side. Correct. So in between you will have how many? 2 plus 2 is 4. And you have 10 in here. So therefore, the remaining will be here in the center. Correct. I mean, along this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 like this. And the corner ones will be, there will be 2 like this and 2 here. Okay. Understood? 10 are there. Now understand that these corners are part of this side also and this side also. This side also and this side also. Correct? This 2, this corner. So you have 2 here again, and then again you will have 6 here, and then again 2 in the corner. Okay, so you have 10 here on this side. Understood? Now again 6 here, and then 2 here. Okay, or let me just put it this way. And then you'll have again 6 here, and then 2 over there. So what is happening? You can either do it this way. You can don't double count it. You say, okay, 6 are here in between. There are 4 6s like that. Correct. So 4 times 6 is 24. And then there are 4 2s also. And count them separately and add them up separately. So 4 times 2 is 8. Add them up, you get 32. Other way to look at it is that if you count, if you just say each side has 10. So 4 sides will have 4 times 10. Correct. Which is 40. But now what is happening, that this 2 is getting counted in this 10 also, and in this 10 also. So it's getting double counted. When you double count something, you have to remove that, right? Correct or no? For example, if I say that Mokshika has 2 books, okay, book A and book B. Okay, book B, it is also used by, let's say, Janvika. And Janvika has book C and book B. So this is a common book. I say Mokshika has 2 books, A, B, and Janvika also has 2 books, B, C. It's the same book. It's not the copy of this book B, but the same book. They share it sometimes. So how many books do they have altogether? They will have 3 books. They will have AB, that is 2. plus BC, which is 2. So 2 plus 2. And then you subtract 1 because you have double counted this. So you will have 3 books altogether. So that's why when you double count it, you subtract it. So you double counted the 2s because it was in this also and this also, this 2. Similarly, this 2 was here also and here also. So it got double counted. So you have to remove 2 one time, all these 4 2s one time. So you remove 2 into 4, which is 8. You subtract 40 minus 8 and you will get 32. Did you understand now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Pakka. All right. So that brings us to the end of the session. We will do now grade 3 and 4 in some time. Okay, at 12 o'clock we'll log in. 12:50, 12 o'clock. Okay. Chalo, bye-bye then. Ditiman, you can join the again, okay? After 5 minutes.
Bye, sir.
I think you have bye. You should join for grade 3 and 4 also. Okay. If you are free.
Bye, sir.
And Chandikeshwara, you can also join. Most welcome.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Did you learn something today?
Yes, sir.
Good. Bye bye, Mokshika. See you next Sunday. Bye bye.